Okay, guys, I know it's been a minute, but I actually just saw this post and it took me back, just the information. So I'm going to share this with you. It says here, New York woman found dead in suitcase, remembered as confident, excited about her art and her goals. Okay. This took place in Hartford, Connecticut. A woman was found dead and bound in a suitcase in a wooded area of Connecticut. She was identified Thursday as 24-year-old New York resident who worked at a bookstore and aspired to be a tattoo artist, according to the police and the co-workers. Greenwich, Connecticut police identified the woman as Valerie Reyes of Rochelle, New York, who was last seen January 29th and was reported missing the next day after she did not show up for work. Highway workers found the body Tuesday morning in a wooded section of Greenwich, Connecticut, about 10 miles from New Rochelle. Officials said Reyes' hands and feet were bound. Police are investigating her death as a homicide. I would think so. No arrests have been announced at this moment. The chief medical examiner's office has completed an autopsy, but he has yet to release the cause and manner of Reyes' death. Her family was notified of the positive identification Wednesday night. They are obviously devastated by the loss of Valerie, and our heartfelt condolences go out to them. Greenwich Police Captain Robert Berry said in a statement, the Greenwich Police Department is dedicated to identifying those responsible for the death of Valerie and ensuring justice for her and her family. Also Thursday, Greenwich First Selectman Peter Tessie announced that a town public works employee who allegedly took photos of the body and crime scene has been placed on administrative leave pending an investigation. He declined to name the worker. Okay. The victim was a daughter, a sister, and a cousin of a family who is suffering a tremendous loss at this time. Tessie said the thoughtless and insensitive behavior by an employee is excusable. We extend our heartfelt condolences to Ms. Reyes' family. Sal Reyes, who identified himself as the victim's father in Facebook posting, said a vigil was planned late Thursday afternoon at Glen Island Park in New Rochelle. At this unimaginably difficult time, we're asking for love and support, respect to our family for the loss of our beautiful daughter, Valerie Reyes, who is now resting in heaven. Greenwich police are working with New Rochelle authorities and other law enforcement agencies and have received numerous tips about the case. New York City Police on January 31st asked the public for help in finding Valerie Reyes and said in a Twitter post that she was last seen wearing a green coat, black jeans, and black shoes. Police also said she suffered from anxiety and depression. I don't know what that has to do with her being bound in a suitcase. She didn't do that to herself. Reyes worked at Barnes & Noble store in Eastchester, New York since it opened 2.5 years ago, according to the bookstore chain. The entire Barnes & Noble community is grieving the loss of our beloved employee, Valerie Reyes. Barnes & Noble said in a statement, our hearts go out to the family, friends, and co-workers during this difficult time. Reyes was passionate about art and enjoyed drawing and painting, according to Lauren Bradford, who said she worked with Reyes at the bookstore for about 10 months before Bradford left the job to go to college for a few months ago. Reyes had plans to train to become a tattoo artist. Bradford said, she's absolutely horrified. I'm just totally shocked. She was so confident and so encouraged me and my aspirations. She had a really bright future, and she was really excited about her art and her goals. It just seems like a lot of people are ending up in suitcases lately. Or just, dismembered or found elsewhere. And, it's just like the Brandy Autumn case, which I actually covered a few months ago. I keep checking up on that over and over again just to see if there's any more information about her, and if, you know, there was anything found out about who did this to her or anything. And still to this day, there is absolutely nothing more on Brandy Odom. And if you're interested in that case, I will link that down below, so that if you want to listen to that case, you can. It's just too many things are happening and not enough things are being done about it. So it's kind of frustrating and aggravating, because I mean, this stuff happened last year, if I'm not mistaken. And there's still no suspects, and the suspects that they did have on her case were people that she was staying with, and they were released, and nothing's been done since then. So, you know, it's getting really tiring of these cases, hundreds and thousands of cases, and no leads whatsoever. And it's like they have this information, but they're not doing anything about it. So I don't know what, I don't know what to say about that. I'm still hoping that when I do my next research about her, I find something new out. But like I said, I've been trying and looking, and there's been absolutely nothing since the first time I posted about the story. I'll keep you updated on Valerie Reyes. Hopefully they release her autopsy, and that'll give us a little bit more information as to what happened to her, and hopefully they find this maniac before they do it again. Thank you guys for listening. I really appreciate you all still supporting my channel. I was thinking about starting a Patreon just because I've been so busy with work, and I really haven't had time to do this, even though I love doing this. Even if it's $1 donation a month, it would actually help me be able to take an extra day off, just to at least cover some stories, and get back to my normal routine. Let me know what you guys think about that down below. And like I said, thank you for listening, and I appreciate all of you. God bless. Okay, guys, I know it's been a minute, but I actually just saw this post, and it took me back, just the information. So I'm going to share this with you. It says here, New York woman found dead in suitcase. Remembered as confident, excited about her art and her goals. Okay? This took place in Hartford, Connecticut. A woman was found dead and bound in a suitcase in a wooded area of Connecticut. She was identified Thursday as 24-year-old New York resident who worked at a bookstore and aspired to be a tattoo artist, according to the police and the co-workers. Greenwich, Connecticut police identified the woman